Hey, and welcome to the showdown between Countdown Monkey versus Timerlay. If you are trying to put a countdown timer on any of your sales pages or special offers, then Countdown Monkey and Timerlay are the two most prominent timers in this industry. So I'm going to do a showdown today and compare Countdown Monkey versus Timerlay so you can see which one is actually going to be best for you. Just so you know, I have used both of these products. I am currently using Countdown Monkey, but I have used Timerlay in the past and was a member for a few months for Timerlay and used it on a couple of my sales pages. And a disclaimer, I am an affiliate for these products. However, I'm an affiliate for both products, so I'm not sure whether or not that skews the results. I'll leave it up to you to decide. So here's my affiliate links. If you go through these, it won't cost you any more, but I do get a small commission, and I thank you very much for that. For Countdown Monkey, it's pelt.co/monkey, or for Timerlay, it's pelt.co/Timerlay, and the links will be below as well. If you sign up through one of my affiliate links, then I do want to say thank you by giving you a free bonus. You can get one of my products that is most people usually pay for. You can get it absolutely free. Just go to pelt.co/bonus. Okay, let's get into it. Countdown Monkey versus Timerlay. Who is going to win out? Who is going to be my recommendation? And what is going to be best for you? We're going to have 6 different rounds, all based on different things. And round 1, the big one, pricing. Let's have a look at the different pricing. Let's start with Countdown Monkey. If we go to their sales page and scroll down, then we can see an annual pro account, so it's $79 per year. Now, if we go to Timerlay and try and find the pricing, we can't find it, but if we go to sign up, then it's going to take us to a sign up page and it's going to give us the price here. So today's price, $249.95 for 365 days. So $250 a year versus $79 a year. So no guesses. Who wins round 1? The winner is Countdown Monkey. Countdown Monkey is leagues ahead in terms of pricing compared to Timerlay. Now, round 2, basic functionality. What do these timers do, and are they going to have the functionality that we need? Because it's all well and good if it's cheaper, but if it doesn't do what we want it to do, then what is the point? And I have to tell you that the functionality, it's a very close one. So let's have a look at it. Both of these services are SaaS products, software as a service. So you sign up and they host all of your timers for you, and you use their portal in order to create your timers. So here's Countdown Monkey, you can see your timers here, and here's Timerlay where you can see your timers there. I don't actually have access to Timerlay anymore, so I'm using screenshots from their tutorials. To create a new timer, let's look at Countdown Monkey. You click on New Countdown. You can go ahead and adjust the look of the countdown timer, where you've got a whole bunch of different animation styles and different looks. You can make it dark, you can make it light, you can name it. You can do a countdown type, day or time, so it's going to end on this Saturday at 7 p.m. or you can do evergreen, so as soon as someone loads the page, they've got 4 days to check out, and it'll put a cookie on their browser so that it knows that they only have that much time. We also have an expiry action, so you can do nothing, you can hide the counter, instant redirect, or you can add a day or add custom time. Now, the Timerlay functionality is very similar to that of Countdown Monkey, with a few extra features thrown in. So you can name your timer the same. Timerlay does focus on directing people to their short link, timerlay.com/the short link that you create, rather than putting it on your own site. If we go into Countdown Monkey, then they give us a code for our countdown, but it really is something that we need to put on our own site, whereas Timerlay will host that page for you, or host the countdown timer for you. So the way that it works is that you can set a destination URL, which can be absolutely anything. So it can be your website, it could be an affiliate offer, it could be CNN.com, like they've done in this example. But basically, you put the destination URL, you send your audience to timerlay.com/your link. It'll then load the destination URL and put a timer over the top of that. So that's a cool feature that Timerlay has that Countdown Monkey doesn't have. When it comes time and the timer has ended, both Countdown Monkey and Timerlay allow you to redirect somewhere else. However, Countdown Monkey does have the option to hide the countdown, to add a day, to add a specific amount of time, whereas Timerlay doesn't have that feature. However, you can manually close down the timer and hide the timer if you want inside Timerlay, whereas with Countdown Monkey, you would have to go in and remove the code from your website yourself. With Timerlay, again, you can do specific date, or you can also do evergreen. You then have a whole bunch of different options. So you can make, here's a whole bunch of different looks that you can have. And so you can adjust things there. But basically it's pretty similar to Countdown Monkey. You've got 4 different styles. You can then have black and white, and you can also round the corners of your timer. Now the way these display is different, and we'll get into that in a second. But with Countdown Monkey, they're going to have to win in terms of this one because they just have more different animation styles. So heavy metal fader, they've got a whole bunch of different animation styles, and they've also got a whole bunch of different text styles and text colors and backgrounds. And so you can just do a little bit more with Countdown Monkey there. However, one of the awesome things about Timerlay is that you can add text to your timer bar. So you have a bar that appears on the top or the bottom of your page, and you can add text to it like this campaign expires in, and you can't do that with Countdown Monkey. You can only create the timer, and you need to manually place the text yourself on your website, which can be a bit more difficult. Now, Timerlay does also allow you to embed it on your website, and you can do a whole bunch of different things with their embed options. So you can make it smaller, so maybe you only want it 600 pixels wide, you can do that. You can move this text to be above it. You can adjust it a bit more. So in round number 2 for basic functionality, the winner does have to go to Timerlay because they added the extra functionality of that you can do any website and put a timer over the top of it. Also, you can embed it or you can host it on their page. However, Countdown Monkey did have more customization options in terms of the look, but then Timerlay allowed you to add text. So it was a really close call, but I'm going to have to give it to Timerlay. Round number 3 is mobile responsiveness. Now, this is a big one. More than 50% of my traffic comes through mobile, so it looking great on a mobile phone is really important to me. So here's an example of a Countdown Monkey timer on one of my pages. Let's go ahead and shrink that down so it's the size of an iPhone, and we can see that it's not actually mobile responsive. It actually appears out to the side. So definitely not ideal. However, when someone loads the page, they'll still see 1 day, 2 hours, 47 minutes, and it fits nicely in there. They just won't necessarily know that the seconds are in there. So it's a bit annoying that it's not perfectly mobile responsive, but at least it still looks pretty good. Now let's go to Timerlay's page, and we can see here that they have a CNN example, and we can see this page expires in 4 days. But what you'll find with Timerlay, because on a phone we're probably dealing with something a bit smaller, is that it actually hangs there and gets in the way, and there's no way to exit out of it, which I find really annoying. Whereas with Countdown Monkey, it stays up the top, or it stays wherever you put it, and you can scroll through the page. So the timer's there, people know about it, but it's not intrusive, whereas Timerlay is quite intrusive. And if you begin going into like a wide sort of iPhone thing here, then Timerlay really takes up the majority of the page, especially something like CNN where the header just stays there. Really, it makes this page unusable. So that is very worrying. However, with Countdown Monkey, if it's sideways, then it looks great and it just stays at the place you've embedded it. So for round number 3, mobile responsiveness, I'm going to have to go with no winner at all. Look, if I had to give a winner, okay, I would give it to Countdown Monkey just because it's less intrusive and isn't going to break your page. But really, both of them need to work on their mobile responsiveness. Round number 4 is the ease of use. How easy is it to create these timers and to use these timers? Really, both of them are just as simple as each other. If I go into Countdown Monkey, if I want to create a new countdown timer, it's super simple. I can edit this stuff if I want, or I can just name it, set a date and time. Let's go ahead and set it for next Saturday. And then expiry URL, let's just go ahead and put in my expiry URL, and I can go ahead and save that. And now I can go ahead and embed this. It's very, very easy. Same with Timerlay. There's a few more steps to go through, I think, with Timerlay. It's a slightly more cumbersome, but it's still very easy to do. And at least at the end, Timerlay can just give you a link that says go to timerlay.com/your page, and it will then present that page with a timer on it. So when it comes to ease of use, I'm going to give it to Countdown Monkey because it's just quicker to create timers, really easy to manage timers as well. So when I had an evergreen launch funnel going, I would need to update my timer each week. So all I would do is just go and click edit, and then I would go and I would change the date to the following Saturday, click save, and it was already embedded on my page, and that would then just adjust. So I didn't need to adjust the timerlay link or anything like that. So I'm going to have to give the winner to Countdown Monkey for ease of use. Now let's look at flexibility. What can you do with this? What is more flexible? Basically, what I'm trying to assess here is which timer can I do more things with. I can do evergreen, I can do date and time with both of them. However, with timerlay, there is that flexibility to overlay it on top of another page. Now, the chance of you doing it over CNN is very small. However, there could be an affiliate offer for a product that you want to market, and you could put a time expiry on that link as well. So maybe you're giving away a special bonus with the affiliate offer only for a certain amount of time. You can go ahead and do that, but you can send people to the affiliate page, which isn't technically your own page, but you can load a timer on there. So when it goes to flexibility, I am going to have to give the winner to Timerlay because you can overlay on top of other people's websites, and you can also embed it as well. However, I do think the Countdown Monkey timer is a better one to embed. Lastly, round 6 is the problems. What problems do I have with each of these timers? Well, we've already talked about the mobile responsiveness of these timers, especially Timerlay. If you go horizontal on a phone, then basically it's going to break your page, whereas Countdown Monkey isn't going to do that. If you go small on a phone, it's going to extend a bit, but it still looks good and it still works and serves its purpose, just not 100%. And they're really the only problems with these two services that I can see. The only other problem is they're a SaaS product, and so I've got to pay for them every single year. I can't just buy a timer once, put it on my website and be done with it. I need to pay every year to manage it. And so that is a problem, but what am I going to do? I can't create the code myself. So for round number 6 problems, I'm going to give it winner Countdown Monkey, just because Timerlay has that problem where it can potentially break a page where someone can't actually see your content, and there's no point them seeing a timer but not seeing the content. So what do I think the best option and my recommendation? I'm going to have to give the winner to Countdown Monkey, mainly because of their pricing. Really, it's such a big, significant difference between the two. We're talking $79 versus $250 every single year. So it's basically $200 difference, almost $200 difference between the two, with very similar functionality. The only reason I would go with Timerlay was if I really wanted that feature of being able to overlay on someone else's site, like an affiliate offer, then I would definitely choose Timerlay. But apart from that, I would definitely go with Countdown Monkey. It's just a better price. It is a great service. I've used it for over a year now. I used to be with Timerlay. I've since moved over to Countdown Monkey, and I haven't missed Timerlay at all. So definitely go with Countdown Monkey if you're on the fence, but if you really need that feature, then you can check out Timerlay. So my affiliate link again for Countdown Monkey is pelt.co/monkey. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. That completes the showdown between Countdown Monkey versus Timerlay, with Countdown Monkey just coming out on top, only just. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up so that more people can find this video and it can help them. And you can check out more tutorials and lessons like how to create an evergreen launch funnel so you can use your timer, or how to create a membership site, all that sort of stuff and more. Simply go to my website at pelt.co. So until next time, guys, keep learning.